Howdy everybody, revving it up with T-Rev, and I want to talk to you today about stones of remembrance. And I actually have a stone of remembrance right here. Jesus, when asked, how are we going to pay the temple tax by Peter, he said, go down, grab a fish, and get a gold coin out of its mouth. And there was a point in time a few years ago when I looked at that story and I said, you know what? I want a gold coin out of a fish's mouth. And I have one right here. Isn't that pretty cool? And I'll tell the story at a different time. I don't have time during this segment to talk about the story of it, and I'll tell it at some point in time. I'm sure many of you will hear it. But the thing I want to talk about right now today is stones of remembrance. I keep this coin now in my pocket as a remembrance, as a stone of remembrance. You know, you see some things piling up stones. David, he had his 5 smooth stones. You know, those are a representation. They can be a representation of the promises that God's given you. Your call, your purpose, your role, and the promises. And it's okay, as long as they're not rituals, as long as they're not trinkets, but that they're stones of remembrance. Things, touch points in life. And sometimes it's nice to have a little physical thing that you can put in your hand that's tangible, especially for some of us tactile people where we just like to have something in our hand to remind us of a promise, to remind us of a season, to remind us of a miracle, to remind us of something that God did in our lives, to keep that fresh, because we want to keep those things fresh in our lives. So go ahead, grab a hold of stones of remembrance and keep them with you. And whenever you touch them, remember the promises, remember the miracles, remember the call, remember the interaction and the experience that you had with the living God. God bless you all. I'm so fired up and jacked up. We just got back from North Carolina, and things are happening in a big way in 2016. God bless you. Look us up at t-rev.org.